If you're grinding to achieve your goals, whether it's running a marathon, running your business, or running your life, WIS gets you. WIS is a tax and accounting firm that goes beyond the numbers, and we're super pumped to be partnered with them. Looking to level up your business or career? Make it happen with WIS. That's WISS.com/JWS.
Hey, it's A.
Hey, it's Phee.
And this is Tea with A and Phee, presented by the WNBA.
Asia, it's that time of year. Fall college sports are back. Aww. Football games, fun. I bet they were so fun at South Carolina.
They were lit at South Carolina. We're a football school. Well, we used to be, now we're at women's basketball. But it's live. Like, being in William Bryce Stadium is pretty much like a different feeling when there's sandstorm and everything else going on. So it's lit. How are UConn's?
Not great.
Not the best. It wasn't giving.
It was not giving the college experience that I wanted. First of all, our stadium's like 45 minutes away from the school. So that was a huge bummer. But it's okay. You know, I got to go to Mizzou growing up. So I understand what it was supposed to be like.
Yeah.
I didn't get it in college, but it's fun. But for the other people who are going to experience that very soon, finally college sports are back after last fall, where things were, stupid COVID, cut things off. Like we had no idea what was going on. So how excited do you think people are to be back?
I think they're very excited just to be around others, celebrating and cheering on athletes when they're playing their sports. But I think it's going to be pretty good. Hopefully everyone gets through a healthy season, but I'm excited for fall sports. I don't know why. I love a good volleyball match. We were good in volleyball and it was lit. Like women's soccer, we were pretty good. So I always love bundling up and going to support them for sure.
Okay. That's so true. Summer is my favorite season, but fall is my favorite clothes. I love fall wear.
I love it. That is my best thing ever. It's just just wearing cozy stuff.
Yes. Okay, side note, did you ever go to haunted houses and stuff around Halloween? Yes, I love those.
I love those type of things. It scares the crap out of me, but
I love it.
I like the
rush. I love the rush.
I went to one where we had to crawl in a tunnel and people were punching you when you were crawling. I was like, oh my God, this is scary. But it was great. Yes, it was so much fun. South Carolina is nothing but the country. So when all we need is an open field and they're going to be haunted house, let's go.
Yeah. Wait, so did you have to sign a waiver or something for them to touch you?
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Okay, can you point me? Can you give me directions? Because I want to go. I love that stuff.
Yes.
Okay, sidetracked. Anyway, back on schedule. Does it bring back any old memories seeing the commercials for football and stuff like that being on TV and stuff for college?
Yeah, it does. It just goes back to just enjoying those sports and just being out there in the freezing cold with your hot cocoa. So yeah, I don't know. I love seeing stuff like this.
Me too. Love it.
But if we weren't in season, would you ever plan on going to a game or something who do you want to see in the fall? And if we're not in season, you can go watch them play.
I've always really wanted, even though I have no affiliation to these schools, Alabama, Auburn, I would love to see that because my most prominent memory is, you remember a couple, several years ago where it was the end of the game and Auburn got a interception at the other end zone and the guy drove it all the way into their end zone and won the game. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That was so crazy. So I know they're both awesome football schools, so I'd love to go to one of those.
Yeah, I would definitely say just somewhere where football is just what they eat, sleep, and everything else in between. So yeah, I definitely would love to do that. Yes. I love college football. I don't know anything about the sport, but just the feeling and the vibe. I'm I like this.
Vibes are immaculate for sure.
Yes.
Okay, so ESPNW's 25 under 25 in the W named their top 25, and congratulations on being on it. If you haven't seen it,
I feel like you're also on it too.
We're the top 2.
Oh, what? I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Oh my gosh. But no, congrats, Phee. Oh my gosh. Look at
us. Congrats, Top 2.
125. I feel like I just made it.
I know. I turned 25 this month.
They're all right, put the oldest out of this out there. Let them get out of there.
We're 1 and 2, and then they do top 230. We're oh.
Hey. But that's pretty cool. I feel like the league is in good hands. when it comes to us, but that's just me.
Who do you think? So who do you think should be on the list? I think Arike should definitely be on the list.
Yeah, she has to be on the list.
Satu, I think Satu's a great player. I'm sure Sabrina's on that list.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Who is under 25?
I know. It used to feel so old, and now it's like, who's younger than me? Because I'm 25. That's a scary thought.
God, I was born in 2000. I'm like, huh? What?
You're not 14 years old?
Like now when they ID you, they just look and see 19. I know. Like, oh yeah, you're good. I'm like,
is that not crazy?
What? And sometimes I'm like, they don't even call me. I'm like, oh, I look that old. They're like, yeah.
Okay, this is such a weird random thought, but I like history a lot. And sometimes I just think about like when people are born and how different it was in those times.
Yeah.
And when I think about like, oh my gosh, they're born in the 1800s. That's so old. People are going to think of that about us soon. Like they're born in the 1900s. What?
I would fight somebody if they try something like that. Like throw hands because what?
What?
2000s, baby? Excuse me?
Yes. Imagine when people are like old and they're born in the 2010s. Like that's going to be a sad day. That's going to be a sad day.
That's when it's going to hit us, Phee. Oh man. Look at us.
We were talking today in the locker room about how like our athletic trainer, one of them, she's like 27. I'm like, what am I going to think? Because they've always been older, you know, in college, high school, like they're adults, like they're adults, you know? What's it going to be like when I'm like Sill's 35 and my trainer's going to be younger than me when I'm still playing? That's going to be weird.
Imagine you're rookies. Like,
yeah, like, because I'm the adult? What?
Wait, I'm the vet? Wait, hold on.
Am I the villain? Am I the drama? Have you seen that TikTok? That's gonna be us. What the heck?
I can't even wrap my head around that. That is like, wow.
Like having someone in a position of power be younger than you, that's gonna be weird.
Right. You're in control of my whole well-being.
Okay, we're getting real off track today, but
right. Sorry, we're just having a great conversation. But to gear back, EDD is back for the first time since 2019.
Ooh.
I just want to say I'm so glad that the Aces were done playing the Mystics.
We have to play them twice more.
Before she came back, because I'm pretty sure our coaches would have probably flipped. So thank you, EDD, for waiting.
EDD. Actually scheduled. We played in our last game of the season, so.
Dang. See, but I'm glad to see her back, though. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm glad
me too.
To see her back. Yeah. Like, that's big. She's
seriously.
A big part of our league.
She's such an amazing player. To see her back, especially after an injury like that, like you never want to see that. So I'm so happy that she's back, and I'm sure she's gonna be balling just like ever.
Right. Cheney is also back for the first time since May. So like her and NECA, of course, are playing healthy together, and that is crazy to think about. Like my sister would be in the WNBA. Like that's pretty cool. I know.
Yeah, they're definitely a dynamic duo when it comes to siblings in the league. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I think it just kind of changes when those two are playing and EDD's healthy. Like it changes the dynamic and the look of their teams. Yeah, sure. They mean so much to them. So welcome back, guys.
Yes.
We missed you.
I mean, I suppose.
Well, Phee is not gonna miss you guys because she has to play y'all, but we've already played y'all.
So we miss you. Yes. So let's switch gears a little bit to the USA men's basketball team.
Yes.
In Tokyo, we were pretty locked down and spent a lot of time with the men's team. Did having that experience, like, was there any surprises with that, or what do you think?
I'm trying to think. I think the biggest surprise was just like Jrue, honestly, like Jrue Holiday. Like I've always seen him on the court and he's always like the glue man and doing everything, but like just seeing him interact and like laugh and like just talk and have a good time. Like that was actually like, hey, Jrue, like you're really cool. Like, because I feel like I've not known, but you know of them more leading into the Olympics. But Jrue, I kind of didn't really know like that. So it's pretty cool to kick it with him. How about you?
Yeah. I don't know about any surprises. It was definitely cool to like get to know them because of people you watch on TV and I wear Katie's shoes. Obviously I knew Katie, before that and stuff, but it's just cool to like kind of hang out with him more. And you know what actually was surprising? When they were playing cards, those stacks of hundreds on the table. I'm like, that's my entire salary that you guys are just playing with.
just playing with my
just house money. And that's my salary for the entire WNBA season. That was a little surprising.
Sad but true. That was a surprise right there. But I think it's like That is a big surprise. I just thought about it. That was a lot of money on that
goodness.
table, but hey, they can do it. They've earned it.
Yeah,
But no,
and they'll be losing the whole stacks. Like, dang it, I'll get them next time. Like,
come back next time with my wallet.
Yeah, excuse me. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my God. But we had an opportunity to go and see them play. That was like our only excursion outside of the bubble.
Yeah.
Like, what did you think of the way they played? Like when you looked at them as a spectator and playing for our country, like what did you think of it?
I think they did a really good job, especially after I know it had to be hard, like coming out of Vegas, where, I mean, it was like half their team was new, really coming to Tokyo because they were missing people that were on the Suns, or other people that are in the playoffs. So they're missing those people, and then some people had COVID. Like half your team really was like new when you got to Tokyo. So I didn't know how it was going to come together, but I think that they did a great job. They played team basketball, which I know can be hard for men sometimes because they just play a little bit different, let's be honest, in the women's. Yeah. But I thought they did a great job. They earned that freaking gold. They had some hard games. So I was happy for our men.
Yes. Shout outs to them. But I mean, it was also just crazy to see the turnaround that Jrue, Chris, and Devin had to go through. Like he won the title on a Tuesday, had a parade on a Thursday, then flew to Japan on a Friday and played on a Saturday.
Wow.
Like that is like crazy to wrap my head around. But yet he came out and he showed out. Like it was no drop off. It was nothing. So
yeah, that was, I mean, I can literally not imagine.
Like I would be so drunk. It would just be like, y'all want me to fly to Japan right now? Like, does it look like
I know.
When I guess like his mentality was definitely different.
It's crazy because like we had those games in Vegas, but then we got on the plane. I'm like, I'm pretty tired. That was a long plane ride. I didn't play the finals. I didn't have a parade, and I was tired after that. I didn't play the next day. Like, snaps.
It was just I can only imagine.
Man.
But you and Enrique talked about this early on the earlier episode. Listeners, go back and listen if you haven't. But does that give men a kind of like a hint at what we kind of go through in a sense? When we're playing in season and then you guys go, like some of them go play overseas. Like, I feel like that was like a little inside look on what we go through.
It's a little funny because of this COVID season also, like the men had to go right back into playing, right? They started their season late and then, the schedule got messed up. They had basically a month off. Okay, fellas, a month off is more than a lot of WNBA's players get. They get 10 days at the end of the WNBA season. If that, honestly, the best players get 10 days.
Right.
Then they go all of their season and they go straight to training camp where they don't even get 10 days because it's usually starting right back up. So it's just funny that like, they're like, we're going to have so many injuries and this and this and this. I'm like, yes, that's true. You are going to, and that's what we have to do all the time.
It was even funny when we got to Tokyo and we had to like get the cart to wait to go into customs and take bags off the like baggage claim. And I'm like, this is what we go through. Like
the guys are like, this is peasant work.
Right. They're like, what is this?
Bag? Ew, I'm gagging. I have to get my own gag bags.
I wouldn't have packed this much if I did that.
Okay, so switching gears a little bit, we're going to talk about sports couples.
Ooh.
Who are some of your favorite sports couples? Because we're about to meet one of them.
Favorite sports couple. I'm trying to think. All I know is one sports couple, and it's the Holidays.
Well, it's a good thing we're having them on today.
The only sports couples, like, I don't know, what really makes up a great sports couple?
Well, Sue and Megan are a great sports couple.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
I feel like just the make of a good sports couple has to be like your winners, right?
Yeah. I like when they play different sports too. I think that's cool. It brings a little spice,
Right. And I'm sure the other one, like you have to learn about another sport, which is pretty nice to open your eyes to that. So I think it's like have to be winners and you get to learn stuff. You get to have an open mind.
One of my favorite couples, they're not a sports couple, but it's Gabrielle Union, Dwayne Wade. Love them. They're a power couple, but not a sports couple.
There's a lot of like powerful couples out there. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
We love you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Keep going. Okay, so before we go to break, we got to give some props presented by the WNBA. This is where we highlight a person or a group who is crushing it out there in the league. So Phee, who are you shouting out this week?
Okay, so I am shouting out your squad this week with a nod to rookie Destiny Slocum, second round draft pick, getting solid playing time. We both know how hard it is to get drafted, make a WNBA roster, and then get playing time. So she's rocking it, and your Lady Aces are killing it this season. Who are you giving props to this week?
Yeah, I love that. That's my book. My props this week's going to go to Kelsey Plum. She is someone that is also coming back from a season-ending Achilles injury, and it happened just a year ago, and now she has a gold medal. Like, she's one of the hardest workers I know. First in the gym, last to leave. Can't wait to play Dallas on the 13th alongside her.
Yes. Okay, we will be right back with our guest this week, Jrue and Lauren Holiday.
In the wise words of Beyonce, don't try to lessen yourself for the world, let the world catch up to you. True leaders know that to be successful, you have to set the pace and run your own race, sometimes before an empty stadium. WIST is a modern tax and accounting firm that cheers on the underdog. They're the coach you need by your side to support all your business needs.
Whether you're looking to scale your business, sell your business, or you just have questions, WIS is your one-stop financial expert. They're also into tech, entrepreneurship, and, well, of course, Beyonce. Expect the unexpected at WIS. That's WISS.com/JWS.
We're just going to dive right in. So Jrue, you've been traded and your family moved during the pandemic and you guys recovered, but also, of course, been through COVID. And then basketball, your first team all defensive, you won a chip, then a gold medal, the list goes on. Have you taken a break?
I tried to, but I got two kids, so I guess that's a little bit of my break. My daughter plays tennis, so I get to take her to tennis practice, and then my son is 10 months, so just running around with him. But yeah, that's what I love to do on my off time.
His break was giving me a break.
I feel that. I get that. Yeah. So Lauren, from your perspective, how has the last year plus been for you with all this, of course, the pandemic and then the social justice movement things and how involved you guys are with that and also adding a new baby? I guess for you, how has everything been in a sense that's can you take a break? I feel like you're always on go, always being mom mode. So have your break been?
Yeah, I think that's kind of Jrue and I's life, especially the past year. Actually, when the pandemic hit, I know it was a terrible time for a lot of people. But for our family, it was kind of special because it was the most time we had gotten to spend together. And then we got to spend it with our daughter before our son came. So I feel that beginning time before the guys went to the bubble was a really special time for us that we got to spend all day, every day. We actually got bored together, which that doesn't happen often.
It was good though.
Yeah, but it felt good. So with that, and then with the social justice movements and just everything we're doing with the JLH Fund, that has been so rewarding for us. But it's just been incredible. People are incredible. And if we give them a chance and you invest in people, the things they can do is mind blowing. And I feel I'm blown away by all of our recipients every single day. And even the people who didn't get our grant money, we're still blown away by them. We're please come back, please apply again, because if it was up to us, we would give everyone all that we could.
Yeah, I love that. That is something so special, and especially when it's genuine. I think we're living in a world where everyone's trying to just do it for social media. When it comes to you guys, it's so genuine, and you can literally see it. I love it. I want to give you guys y'all's flowers now. Just watching it and hearing you guys speak on it, it's incredible. So just thank you there. I had to just get that out. That's our props. Props to you guys for sure. But we can even just kind of switch gears a little bit. You guys have been together since college. What are some of the challenges and the benefits that come along with both you guys being both elite pro athletes?
You can go.
I think the biggest challenge for us was when I was playing, sometimes we wouldn't see each other, for a month or two, or if we did, we see each other like once a month, or maybe it was just a day. So really like spending time together was hard. But I feel like for us, knowing that we were like supporting each other to do what we wanted to do, I think that made it a little easier.
I mean, for me, it was definitely the distance. I'm the type of person that like doesn't like being alone, and I don't have to talk much either. But like as long as like she's right near me and we don't speak, I'm good. So I think the long distance, and on tournament years for them, they're gone like 250, 270 days out of a year. So just the fact that they've missed, I mean, birthdays, like holidays, weddings, important things to them, important things to me as well. Sometimes it was a struggle, but for the most part, I feel like because of our profession, we also understood like there are sacrifices and or the sacrifices to be great. So.
Okay. I like that. Yeah. So is there anything like friendly competition between you? I know before we hopped on, Jrue, you was like, that's not my poster back there. Like, is there
I know she has another one. She has another one right here. It's the London one.
Oh, wow. Okay. I love it. I'm here for
She's
it.
stunned in the house for sure.
I feel that. So that kind of knocks out the competition there. Anything else y'all like compete in? Or is it just like you just walk around, Lauren, with your stuff, like with your medals, like whatever, been there, done that?
No, I'm like the most competitive person ever. Even we were like playing a game, Family Feud, the other night, and Jrue was like I just feel it escalating. Like you're getting too intense. Like this is a game, and I still like I can't turn. And I was like, I wasn't even doing anything. Like I wasn't even being competitive. But then I look back and I'm like, dang, like I guess I did name call. I guess I was a little bit competitive.
No. And the crazy part is we're usually, well, I guess as of recently, we've had to like be on the same team. In Family Feud, we weren't on the same team. So that was.
So she can get it off your chest. Lauren had to get it off her chest. I feel that.
But even like taking your daughter to tennis, like we'll play with her. And I'm like telling her coach, like, no, for real, like I need a lesson by myself because I need to beat them. I need to be better than them. He's like, okay, you got problems, but
I love it. At least it's consistent. Hey, it's
right.
That's funny. So like it even goes to like we heard that Jrue only has a good game when you, Lauren, says that he has a good game. Like, what's the scoop on that? Like, how did that even go down? And is it the same? When you play, like, did you only have a good game when Jrue said it? Oh,
no, it's not the same. But go ahead.
That's not true, Jrue. You would tell me, like, you would be like, you didn't look like yourself. Like, I don't know what was up.
Me
like,
saying you don't look like yourself, and then you telling me don't come home, and
I don't say that for real. I don't say that for real.
So the words do come out of her mouth.
No, I don't say that. This is my thing. Sometimes Jrue is passive. And like, and I can tell like when he's passive, or I'll tell you guys something about Jrue. If Jrue thinks you're wrong, he's going to prove it to you. So like, if he thinks like the game plan isn't right, or if he thinks like something's not going right, he's going to stick to it just because he wants to prove to you that it's wrong.
That's petty, Jrue. That's petty.
Yeah, she's playing like she know me.
But he will. And so I'm like, come on. Like, and then he'll be like, yeah, you're right. You'll say that. You'll say, yeah, you're right. I did.
I will. But you kind of getting off subject here. She was asking about would I have a good game if you said I had a good game. So how many good games did I have?
No, I tell you, I give you your flowers.
Sometimes.
I do.
Between her and my dad, man, it's like coming home, it's like, all right, win or lose, I just want to kind of relax. I don't even want to hear about the game. But it's always something. Why'd you do this? Or why would you pass it? Or you passing too much, or you're not shooting enough. And it's like, I get it. Y'all are winners. You're a winner. I understand. But
so you never had a chance to give feedback. Did you ever have a chance to give feedback?
No, I did. I did. I mean, like, so I was, so the London Olympics, I was there for both World Cups. I mean, I've been to so many friendlies and tournaments that she's played in, but I'm just different. She's brutally honest, and I just use different words. So maybe I'm just more, I know. Maybe I'm just more like I wouldn't say encouraging, because she is encouraging. It's not like she's just talking trash all the time, but
right. Just have a different way of expressing it.
And it's also because females play, I just feel like they play the game better. Like they play it harder all the time. And the fundamentals they use. No, this is not for real. So this is me giving you your flowers. Like the way that y'all play, the way that y'all train, it's always like, all right, 110% all the time. And I would say for males, it's not always like that. So going to watch her play, or even like watching y'all play, it's fun to watch, because like I feel like that's the way the game should be played. So I would probably say maybe a couple times I probably told her like, you're not like yourself. But how many times were you really not yourself? Like twice out of 10 years of playing?
Yeah. There was one time he made fun of me though. So, and I told on myself, but I don't know, like when I played, sometimes I would see red. Like if I got really like intense or angry, like I would see red. And then after the game, I would be like embarrassed by it. Like, dang, I said that, or I talked trash, or I did that I was like a little embarrassed by. But one time we were playing Canada, it was like super intense. And this girl was following me like on a corner kick. And I like latched her arm like underneath my arm. And I was like, I will break your wrist. And then I told Jrue after, I was like, what did I just say? Like I told her, I apologized to her after. I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. And he was like,
for one, that's embarrassing that you ever tell a girl that you break her wrist. And then two, it's embarrassing because you wouldn't apologize after. Like, stick with it.
You gonna break a wrist,
so you break it. You gotta,
oh my gosh, like what happened? I don't know what happened, why I said that, but
just blacked out.
Yeah, he was like, that was embarrassing. You were embarrassing.
Oh well, at least I mean, I like the friendly competition though. I like the feedback. I mean, you got to take it. If you're gonna dish it, you got to take it. I feel that. I get that 100%. But we actually, like, you spoke on it, Lauren, about you guys' the social impact fund. Like, how did that come about? Like, just the ideas of everything, and like, what was I guess you touched on the ultimate goal, but what are the ultimate goals that you think you see this fund growing in the future?
I mean, well, how it started was before the bubble. I didn't really want to go back to the bubble. And it wasn't because of like basketball or anything. It was just, I felt like there were things in life that were more important than basketball at the moment. People were fighting for their lives, their jobs, their families. And like we said, I guess maybe there's a part of it. I was enjoying having the break and like being able to get into a routine every day and like wake up with the kids, put the kids down, whatever we did in between, like walk the dog and do all that. That was really enjoyable. But there were also other people out there that like weren't doing that. They didn't know what their next step was going to be, or even like where their next paycheck was going to come from. So it was just really hard to think that I'm going back to playing and getting paid when like a lot of people aren't, and a lot of people that look like me aren't. So me and Lauren, like I probably say a month and a half before, until maybe it was like 2 months before, until like 2 weeks before I ended up going back to New Orleans. Like I just had to figure out a reason why I was going back to playing. And we would like lay in bed, or we'd think of something if we were driving somewhere or on walks. And then one night Lauren's like, you should give up your salary for the year. And I'm like, all right, cool. No, actually I was like, okay, that's fine. Because I thought she was talking about like my full salary, like the full year, not the rest that I had left. So I had about $5 million left for the year, but my contract for that year was like $25 million. So I'm like, okay, well, if you want to give up the 25, that's fine. Like, we'll make it work. We've saved a lot and we've done well, and we'll be good. She was like, no, just the rest that you haven't played for yet. And I'm like, yeah, that's perfect. So it was her idea. I just kind of executed it by going back to the bubble.
Okay, nice. I like that. I really do. Like, I like that. So like, is there any way that you guys can like plug in fans or listeners that want to get involved in you guys' fund? Is there anything that y'all can share there? Or is it just like something that just comes out of just you guys just wanting to help others?
Yeah, we would love to partner with people and like anyone that wants to come alongside us, but it's really, really hard for Jrue and I to ask for anything. So we did this because we believe in it, whether anyone else comes beside us or not. But JLHfund.org, you can go there, check it out. The businesses and the nonprofits that we're helping, they're changing lives, and I think that is the coolest thing that I've seen so far in the relationships that we've gained from it.
Wow. That's great. Like, I love it. Like, I want to get involved. So even after this podcast, if we could like link up, and if y'all need anything, like, I'm so down for it because I really love it. Like I said, like, it's just so genuine, and to hear you guys speak on it now, I'm blown away. So I know I'm here to say just thank you for everything that you guys do for us, and just for our community, honestly. So we play a game on our podcast. It's Start, Bench, Cut. And we're going to go with the NBA cities you've lived on based on their restaurants. So dive into your inner foodie. So you have New Orleans, Milwaukee, and Philly. What you starting, who you benching, who you cutting when it comes to restaurants.
We already know who we're starting.
Yeah, start New Orleans.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I can speak on the other two because the one that we cutting, and I would probably speak for her too. The one that we cutting, I'm in the city now.
Yeah. I would say bench Philly, cut Milwaukee. Food.
Unfortunately.
For food. Okay. Yeah.
But you're not beating New Orleans with food.
Oh yeah, that has to be a
chance.
start. Like nowhere else. That's the start on.
Never had a bad meal.
Never.
Mm-mm.
Like even our neighbors.
I'm talking Popeyes.
It tastes 10 times better in Louisiana.
What? Cane's? Crazy. It doesn't matter what food. I've never had a bad
See,
meal.
I'm not a Cane's fan. I can't get down with Cane's. I don't know why. I'm not a Cane's fan. Yeah, like I don't like things where it's like you gotta have a special sauce for it to be good. Like, no, your chicken should just be good straight up.
Okay.
Like, you know,
yeah.
I feel you.
Like it shouldn't have to be added stuff. Like, no, it just makes a good chicken. Hopefully Cane's doesn't come back and get me. But but yes, that wraps up everything. Like, you guys, thank you so much. Like, if we normally ask people, like, do you guys want to spill the tea? Is there any tea out there that you like want to share to the podcasters, to our like listeners? Anything? You got any tea for us?
I got nothing. I pretty much drop off the face of the earth once I come home. So I got nothing. Maybe you might have.
I don't think
Come on, let me spill something.
I don't have any tea to spill.
Okay.
No tea?
Sorry, sorry, guys.
It's okay. It's all good. No, we really, really appreciate you guys being on our podcast. Like, this was great. Like, it really opened my eyes to a lot of things, and it's kind of cool to see you guys so competitive within you guys' relationship. So I can really say #relationship goals there. There we go. But just continue to strive for greatness. Like, you guys are the best, and I'm so glad I had an opportunity to talk to you guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course.
And thank you all so much for listening. Don't forget to follow on Apple Podcasts, subscribe on Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Our show is produced by Just Women's Sports. For more great sports content, go to justwomensports.com. Be sure to subscribe to the newsletter and YouTube channel and follow along on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm Napheesa.
And I'm Asia, and you've been listening to Tea with A and Phee, presented by the WNBA. Sometimes to succeed, you can't do it alone. You need a team that understands your business on a personal level. WISC takes a progressive approach to help you win. Think, less calculators, more conversations. WISC is a proud supporter of this podcast and the JWS community. To discover how WISC is more than just an accounting firm, visit WISC. That's WISS.com/JWS.